أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear friends, welcome to Idea Foundation Forum. In today's lecture 231, we will discuss cosmological balance and the Qur'an. Cosmological balance of the galaxies, of the stars, of the whole universe, including Earth. It is third issue of topic, the Quran and modern sciences, and it relates to astrophysics in science. In the most recent times, astrophysics has discovered that the universe is internally an integrated single unit working in complete equilibrium and harmony. The Quran revealed such cosmic balance of innumerable constituents of the universe revolving around their respective orbits or pathways in the most disciplined manner, pursuing their prefixed laws about 1500 years ago. Just imagine. This predestined framework under the divine order ensures a unique equilibrium among all the components, small or big, of the universe and manifests perfect consistency in the layout of the universe and its working of all of its constituents. This consistency set by the divine order ensures sustainability of the universe and life on earth. Life, which has been called cosmological balance by science or scientists. In our talk today, firstly we will give some details on the cosmic balance from scientific literature, then we will discuss the Quranic view on the great balance. So, dear friends, astrophysics, a branch of modern physics dealing with astronomy, tells that every physical movement in the universe depends on interaction of four forces of nature, namely gravity, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, and weak nuclear force, as we discussed in the last lecture. These four forces precisely, accurately measured values to one another, evolving a well-tuned equilibrium in the universe. These are the exact and tuned, precise values of these four forces which ensure the perfection of the system or equilibrium of the universe. Michael Denton, a molecular biologist, credits. What is credits? Ascribe. It gives the credit to this extraordinary equilibrium among these forces for the sustainability of this universe. In his view, had the gravitational force been just slightly stronger than its current value, the universe would have been extremely smaller, having far shorter life. Mass of an average star would have been 1 trillion times less than the Sun, and it could have survived for about 1 year. The present stars and sun have billions of years of life. While had this gravity slightly less powerful, no stars or galaxies would have ever been formed. There was no possibility of these stars. Likewise, had the strong nuclear force been just slightly weaker, only hydrogen would have been stable element and no other atom could exist. Had the strong nuclear force been slightly stronger in relation to electromagnetic force, then an atomic nucleus consisting of only two protons would have been a stable feature of the universe. What would have been the shape of the universe? Nobody can imagine. It means there would have been no hydrogen. Under such situation, nature of stars and galaxies would have been grossly different from the present shape. Had these forces not having precisely the same set of values and balances, there would have been no stars, no supernova, no planets, no atoms, and no life, neither you nor myself. Thus, sustainability of the whole universe is depending on perfect equilibrium among all the elements of the universe, minutely interwoven by these forces. The cause that science is trying to find in the peripheries of the nature is the unified divine order that rules all the constituents of atoms and stars pervasively and sharingly, helping each other. Dear friends, Mark D. Calvo described a unified trilogy theory on cosmological balance universe in 2019, which declares that there are three types of matter in the universe. Trilogy 3. As the most visible matter exists with gravity. First one, matter with gravity. The second is the matter with anti-gravity. Matter with anti-gravity. Third type of matter makes the space which separates the firmament of the heavens from the firmament of the earth, solar system, stars and galaxies. So three types of matter. As the gravitational force governs all matter in the visible universe, the universe which is visible or observable, anti-gravitational force governs anti-gravity, antimatter within the invisible universe, the 96% which is not visible. So, anti-gravitational force governs anti-gravity, antimatter within the invisible universe, holding all anti-gravity objects together in the space. Third type of matter, named space matter or hygratium, 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 thou yields to the movement of both gravity matter and anti-gravity matter, yet it keeps all types of matter unified. This hygratium exists in a vacuum, gaseous form. It is not something solid, it's a gaseous form floating and filling the void, empty places, to make the space as it is, as we find it now. It is the push vacuum force behind the gravity or anti-gravity force. It acts as a buffer between the other two types of matter and thus it surrounds their massive objects. All gravity and anti-gravity objects sharing a common origin are inherently quantum entangled with other objects of their type, instantaneously and infinitely connected like one entity, as it is one entity. So, dear friends, as we know, the universe, besides its immeasurable size and expanding nature, is perfectly sustaining with its innumerable interwoven systems manifesting defined internal equilibrium or balance. Amazing. The small observable part of the universe containing 4% of ordinary matter, I have told you in previous lectures that of the total universe, there is very small part, tip of the iceberg, which is observable universe. Out of that small, tiny, observable uniform, only 4% is comprising of galaxies and stars. So I am talking about this 4% of ordinary matter. Other 21% is dark matter and 75% is dark energy. Now just imagine, 21 added 75, it comes to 96% is unknown among the observable universe. The 4% ordinary matter of the observable universe constitutes trillions of galaxies, stars, planets, and satellites, which not only move in their specific orbits but also spin around their own axis, maintaining complete harmony and equilibrium, pursuing the divine order set by Allah Almighty. Divinity of the universal equilibrium gets further amazing heights when magnitude of velocities of these celestial and terrestrial bodies is taken into account. When we take into account the speed of velocity of the stars, of the galaxies, of the earth, extra. The earth rotates about its axis at a mean velocity of about 1670 km/h per hour, while its orbital velocity around the sun is around 108,000 km/h. Just imagine. The solar system revolves around the center of the galaxy at 720,000 km/h. Just imagine. The other wonderful fact, the velocity of the Milky Way itself, comprising more than 200 billion stars. You just imagine, this is Milky Way, and it is containing 200 billion stars, which are bigger than the suns. Its velocity is about 950,000 km/h in the space. These are the wonders. These are the mysteries of nature. These are the, mysteries of divine order created by Allah. Now just imagine the complexity of pathways when trillions of stars and billions of galaxies are moving across space with such huge velocities. Safety of each of them, especially the smaller cosmic members like the Earth. In the space, Earth is just a dot. Safety of each of them, especially the smaller cosmic members like the Earth, remains at stake every moment. A little systemic imbalance can cause disastrous effects on the sustainability of the cosmic universe. Such a perfectly great equilibrium witnesses a unified divine order, pervasively controlling each and every element of the cosmic universe to accomplish its internal cohesion, sustainability, and growth, pursuing the will of Allah. It is not static, it is also growing, but with perfect balance and equilibrium. So, dear friends, distances between the celestial bodies, between the galaxies, between the stars, between the sun and the earth, play a crucial role in maintaining the cosmic balance. In his book Nature's Destiny, Michael Denton describes that the distance between stars in our galaxy is about 30 million miles. Every star is 30 million miles away from another star, while there are billions of stars in the galaxy. Had this distance been a bit less, very small distance less, orbital movements would have been destabilized. Had it been a bit more, the debris thrown out by supernova would have been so diffusely distributed that planetary systems like our own would in all probability have never been formed. Just imagine. If the cosmos is to be a home for life, then the flickering of the supernova must occur at a very precise rate, and the average distance between them and indeed between all stars must be very close to the present set of values. Likewise, had the Earth's distance from the Sun been any greater, very small difference, the Earth would have grown very cold, affecting the water cycle so adversely that Earth would have gone to ice age. It would have become a big iceberg. On the other hand, had the Earth been any closer to the Sun, distance would have been less between Sun and the Earth. Plants would have burnt up. The water cycle in the Earth's atmosphere would have been irreparably damaged, and life would have become impossible. Just imagine, this is the system of my Allah Almighty. Similarly, had gravity been stronger due to less distance, excessive ammonia and methane would have gathered in the Earth's atmosphere, which would have damaging effects on life. Had it been weaker, the Earth's atmosphere would have lost excessive quantities of water, making life impossible. These are the miracles of my God, these equilibrium, these balances. Size of the Sun is the most suitable for life on the earth. Its smaller size would have frozen the earth, while a larger size would have burnt it. The distance between the earth and the moon is meaningful. It is not meaningless. If you ponder, the earth and moon are very small objects of the universe. Even their distances, their sizes are important. A closer moon would have crashed into the earth because of gravity of the earth. Larger distance has caused the moon lost in the space. No control of the earth. If the moon and the earth had been closer to each other, ocean tides would have reached dangerous dimensions, inundating low-lying areas, floods, overreaching to the land. It would also have raised the temperature of the oceans, causing disappearance of sensitive temperature balance essential to life on the earth. Imagine what are the wonders of nature and what's the greatness of the Creator. So dear friends, like the distances between the celestial and terrestrial bodies there are several other measured values, balanced values, which contribute to the cosmic balance and sustainability of the universal systems. Thickness of the Earth's crust. You know, Earth has 7 layers. The topmost layer is called crust. Thickness of the Earth's crust is one such value. Had the crust been thicker than the present size, an excessive amount of oxygen would have been transferred to it from the atmosphere. Or had it been thinner, if this is the normal size, neither this one is suitable, but if it had been thinner, increased volcanic activity would have made life impossible. Speed at which the earth revolves. Speed at which the earth revolves is also a balancing factor. Had it been slower, temperature difference between the day and night would have grown unbearable. Had it been faster, the atmospheric winds would have been of enormous speeds, and cyclones and storms would have made life impossible. Earth's magnetic field provides a protective system to the earth. Had it been more powerful, very strong electromagnetic storms would have arisen. Had it been weaker, the earth would have lost its protection against the solar winds of harmful particles. Thus, life on the earth would have been impossible. The divinely fixed proportion of carbon dioxide and water sustains the atmospheric equilibrium. Carbon dioxide and water. A small variation, not big, a small variation in this proportion may be detrimental for sustaining the earth's temperature needed for the carbon-based life, because our life is carbon-based. Existence of carbon depends on temperature remaining no less than minus 20 degrees and no higher than 120 degrees Celsius. Presently fixed thickness, the present level, presently fixed thickness of the ozone layer is another important factor in the atmospheric balance. In case of increase in its thickness, ozone layer, the Earth's temperature would fall enormously, and if it decreases, the Earth would overheat and become defenseless against the harmful ultraviolet rays emitted by the sun. When Earth revolves, it has 23-degree tilt. The Earth's 23-degree angular tilt to its orbit plays an important role in moderating the seasons. If this angle, this 23-degree angle, had been greater or less than what it is now, temperature difference between the seasons would have reached extreme dimensions, making summers unbearably hot and winters dreadfully cold. So, dear friends, cosmic balance and its determining factors have been discovered by science in the recent past with the help of advanced observatory technologies and modern knowledge of physics and astronomy. Science has been constrained to their materialist explanation, which had to depend on unscientific assumptions at some critical junctures like Big Bang. While the Qur'an had revealed this cosmic balance and its perfect internal connectivity about 1500 years ago, when such information was not possible through human means. Let us see the Quranic revelations on such balance and equilibrium. Surah Yunus, Surah Luqman, Surah Yasin, Surah Az-Zumar, Ar-Rahman, the references are shown on the screen, revealed comprehensive balance of the immeasurable phenomena of the universe, highlighting. There are 3 points which I would like to focus. 3 highlights. First, there are innumerable orbital pathways. What is innumerable? In trillions, more than trillions, whereupon the celestial and terrestrial bodies revolve around in the most disciplined manner, pursuing their set commands for predetermined periods, lives. Number 2, the Milky Way galaxy is told the part of the earthly heaven, as-sama'ud dunya. It is part of the earth. Then one can imagine the Quranic view about size of the universe. If the Milky Way comprising on 200 billion stars is the neighborhood of the earth, it is the earthly heaven, then you can imagine the size of the whole universe. The third is, in view of the Qur'an, everything created has a fixed life except the Creator. Kullu man alayha fan wa yabqa wajhu rabbika zul jalali wal ikram. Surah Ar-Rahman, ayat 4 to 9 describe interconnectivity between the largest and smallest elements of the universe under the unified divine order and their mutually sharing nature for the survivability of the cosmic system. Ash-shamsu wal-qamaru bihusban, wal-najmu wal-shajaru yasjudan, was-samaa'a rafa'aha wa wada'al mizan. So the stars and the trees, everything is controlled by a single divine order, unified divine order. It may be a reference to recycling when the reference is given of the stars, of the suns and the plants. It may be a reference to the photosynthesis. It may be a reference to recycling of matter between various parts of the universe, causing phenomena like photosynthesis of plants, an essential need for sustainability of life. Ayat 17 of Surah Al-Ma'idah, Ayat 85 of Al-Hijr, Ayat 6 of Surah Taha, Ayat 59 of Surah Al-Furqan, Ayat 2 of Surah Saba, Ayat 3 of Surah Al-Ahqaf reveal, these 6-7 ayat reveal the forces working in the heavens, in the depths of the earth, and interstellar galactic material between the celestial bodies or within the space, and need-based movement of matter between different parts of the universe. You must study these verses of Qur'an. Study of such verses and materials and their movements may lead to explain the dark matter or the dark energy and their role in maintaining cosmic equilibrium. Ayat 164 of Surah Baqarah, Ayat 82 of Surah An-Nisa, Ayat 33 of Surah Al-Anbiya, Ayat 35 of Surah An-Nur, Ayat 6 of Surah Kaf, Ayat 4 to 9 of Surah Ar-Rahman, Ayat 3 to 4 of Surah Al-Mulk reveal the predestined framework under the divine order that ensures a unique equilibrium among all the components, small or big, of the universe and manifests perfect consistency in the layout of the universe and its workings. This consistency ensures sustainability of the universe and life on the earth. It is what science has called cosmological balance. So, dear friends, with this we conclude our discussion under lecture 231. Please do subscribe Idea Foundation YouTube channel to watch videos of previous lectures and join the noble cause. You may also visit website www.ideafoundation.com.pk to access the list of previous lectures. Thank you friends for participation. Allah Hafiz.